it's Hannah from Work Be Yoga. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing a short shoulder mobility flow to really help you open your shoulders, starting to build both strength and length in different shoulder muscles as you start to hopefully create a little bit extra shoulder mobility and start to improve your posture. If you want to be notified whenever a new video drops, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit subscribe at the button below. So just finding yourself in a mountain pose, rolling those shoulders up, back and down. So just in case they're already a little bit hunched towards the ears, and just taking a moment to close down the eyes, connect through the feet, and just take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose. And just taking a moment to expand your breaths out. So start to make your in-breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. And then let your exhale just flow out effortlessly through your nose. And gently blinking your eyes open, coming back into the room. Before we get started with our movement, what I thought I'd do is just have a little mobility test of your shoulders right now. So you can do this potentially with the mirror, but what I want you to do is gently lift the arms up and notice the sensations as you're bringing the arms up to the sky. Where do your shoulders go? So like thinking about how far they're elevating or going upwards. I'm not getting you to necessarily draw anything down, just raise them up without any effort. But notice what sensations. Is there a sense of tightness? Can you struggle? Your arms might be out here. They might not be straight up, for example. So just noticing how they feel. Maybe there's a bend, any sensations in that area. And gently release. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders, and we'll start with a couple of shoulder rolls just to start to work with mobility. So you can keep these circles quite small to start with, particularly if you've got quite a lot of tension in your shoulders, maybe some clicks. Clicks are fine as long as it's not painful. Then you're just going to keep rolling them back, making them perhaps a little bit bigger now. And then changing direction. Now, bringing the hands up above your head, you're going to bring one elbow on top of each other. Hope you can see, okay? And see if you can raise your spine up to the sky. So nice, tall, really tall. Imagine there's a puppet string growing upwards. And then we're going to tilt the body, so keeping the hips firmly facing towards the front, coming across towards the left-hand side. So feeling a nice stretch through the side body. Slight bend to the knees if they're locked out, keeping the hips facing the front. Inhale back up to center. Exhale across to the opposite side. And just breathing into that side body. Starting to stretch the lats, which are associated very much with bringing those arms up above the head. Gently bringing the arms back up to center. I'm going to bring the hands out into cactus arms, so elbows shoulder height, hands facing upwards. And we're going to roll through. I'm just going to pop to kneeling so you can really see and come a little bit closer. So you're going to keep the elbows in line, bring the hands down. It's like, reminds me of Thriller, basically. And then coming up, and see if you can bring the arms a little bit further back. So even tilt them a little bit further back. Mine don't go, but if you can bring them further back as well. So going up, we're only going to do a couple of these. It's really targeted. You might really feel it in the muscles surrounding your shoulder blade. One more. Beautiful. So we're going to do a little shoulder salutation now. So you may or may not be familiar with this. So we'll do it without the breath just to guide you through the movements to start with, and then we can integrate the breath. So we start in our mountain pose. And then as we breathe in, we'll bring the hands behind. Let's just work with the movement to start with. So pressing the hands into interlace behind. So thinking about pressing those hands up and away. So you should be feeling a stretch through the front of the chest. Everyone got that? Then adding a little bend to the knees, tucking that tummy in, forward fold. And this is where you'd exhale. From here, we're going to bring the hands behind, press into the feet, bend the knees, and roll ourselves up, or shunt ourselves up into our chair pose. And then we come back up into our mountain pose. So let's bring that together with the breath, make it a little bit faster, and we'll go through it a few times. So taking a little moment just to get yourself set up with your mountain pose. As you inhale, come to that interlace, press the hands away. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, interlace those hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. One more time. Inhale, interlace those hands, pressing away, might create more space. Exhale, forward fold, really feeling those palms pressing up and away. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. When you're ready, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling over into a forward fold. We're going to walk out. So actually, if you're at the top of the mat, just shuffling yourself down, we're going to walk ourselves out into a downward facing dog. So pressing those hips up and back, pressing through the hands and drawing the hands so they're drawing the arms so they're externally rotating. So they're slightly pointing out towards the side. So getting a nice shoulder stretch there. Relaxing through the neck and head if you can. Taking a nod and shake of the head, keeping those knees nice and bent if you were working with your hamstring tightness as well. Beautiful. From here, pressing it into the right foot. Inhale the left foot up and back. Exhale it in between your hands, placing the right knee down to the earth. We're coming through to our low lunge. Shunt those hips forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale into cactus arms. Pausing here for a moment, and I really want you to think about pressing those elbows back and out. So we can be quite passive in this pose, but see if you can really keep the arms active and imagine that you're opening through the chest. Lovely. Pause here for one more breath. And then bringing the hands behind, we're pressing down and away, feeling an opening through the front of the body into that chest. Now engaging through the core, checking that your feet are on nice train tracks so that you've got a bit of stability. You're going to hinge from your hips, coming into a forward fold. So our humble lunge, keeping those arms pressing down and away, up and away. Pause here for one more breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to rise up. So allow those fingers just to come out to the side. Inhale the arms up to the sky. And this time bringing them down to your chest. Exhale to prayer position. Inhale to grow a little bit taller. Exhale, twist from the middle of your back and come up and over your knee. So finding yourself in a twist over the front knee. Lovely. Pausing here. And then we're going to bring the hands out to the side. So staying in that twist. So from here, you're just simply opening the wingspan up, bringing your spine upwards slightly. Lovely. And see if you can really expand those wings out. Oh yes, you must be feeling it. Beautiful. We roll ourselves back down to the front, bringing the front foot to meet the back and just bringing your bum up in the air. See if you can tuck the bum under and then bringing the hands down so that they are on the edge of the hands. So you're not palms flat, your hands are to the side with the very edge of the hands facing towards the earth. We're coming into puppy pose, but slightly different variation. So tucking the tailbone under, pressing into those hands and see if you can pull back towards the back of the mat. So you'd be really feeling it in the shoulders. So you can play with how far or closer the hands are towards you. A little bend to the elbow can help just take the edge off. Pause here for one more breath. And sit the bum back into your child's pose. We pause here, option to bring the hands beside just to take the work out of the shoulders. Come back to your breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're going to roll yourself up. We're going to come into our downward facing dog once more. So really thinking about pressing up and back, get those hips up and back, and then think about rotating the arms outwards so that the creases of the elbows are coming slightly towards the front, slight little micro bend in the elbows, and seeing if you can relax through the neck and shoulders. So we quite often carry tension in the neck in this pose. The shoulders are working, but the neck and head should be nice and relaxed. So again, option to add a little nod and shake of the head here just to take that out. When you're ready, pressing into the left foot, bringing the right foot up and back. Exhale in between your hands, helping it through as you need. Place the left knee down to the earth. We're doing the same thing on the opposite side. So inhale the arms up and exhale out to your cactus arms. Again, pressing those hands back so if you can really open through the front of the chest. So often these muscles, so our kind of pec muscles, our chest muscles are often very tight. So what we're trying to do is open up through that space. Lovely. Pausing for one more breath. Exhale, bring the hands behind, press down and away. Again, opening through the front of the body. One more breath here. And then engaging through the core, hinging from the hips, we come into our humble lunge. Press through the whole of that front foot to help with your stability, as well as switch on those tummy muscles. Again, remember to bring those hands up and over. You might not find that you're actually anywhere near up and over, by the way, and that's totally fine. It's just the sensation, that's what you're aiming towards. Releasing those hands off. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale to prayer at heart center. Inhale to engage through that spine, nice and tall. Exhale, twist over the front knee. So we're finding that twist on the opposite side this time. See if you can use the left elbow, perhaps to hinge the twist a little bit further, looking over your right elbow. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring ourselves up, bring those arms out to the side, finding the twist in the opposite direction. So really creating a huge wingspan, keeping that twist. So we're still facing towards the right hand side. Breathing here. Gently twizzling yourself over towards the front. You're going to bring the front foot to meet the back, coming into a kneeling position. Just want you to test your shoulder mobility now after we've done that work. So maybe facing to the side of the camera just so you can see, or your mirror. Just inhaling the arms up. Notice this change in sensation now versus the beginning of the class. Maybe it's a change with how far you're able to bring it back. Maybe it's just got less tightness. Maybe slightly less of a bend. And then gently allow those hands just to relax down before gently coming up to find a comfortable seated position. And we'll close our practice today by inhaling the arms up. So feeling all of those, hopefully a slightly more mobile shoulders. Exhaling the hands down to heart center, bowing the head towards the hands, feeling that lovely gentle stretch down the back of the neck. And sealing our practice here. Thank you very much for practicing with me and hope you enjoyed that.